Hello, Namaskar. Welcome you to the SAAR Analysis. I am Chaman Naik and here's my take. We the people. What if the greatest symbol of capitalism was never truly the free market economy? Here's the statistic that challenged one of the biggest economic myths in last 250 years. From Alexander Hamilton's industrial strategy in 1791 to CHIPS Act, the Inflation Reduction Act, and from decades of defense-led innovation, United States have repeatedly relied on the government interventions to build this economic power, not despite of capitalism but through it. And that changes how we should understand this American success. For decades, the global narratives have celebrated the United States as the ultimate champion of laissez-faire capitalism, where markets alone decide winners and losers. But what if the history tells you a more complex story? Well, the railroads that connect America were supported by federal land grants. Well, the Interstate Highway System reshaped the commerce through public investment, and the internet emerged from the Pentagon fund research. Well, GPS, semiconductors, airspace, biotechnology, and now artificial intelligence all benefited from the strategic government funding long before the private market scaled them. Well, America didn't reject capitalism for sure, it shaped the capitalism, and this is not the state of control of an economy, it is a state guided capitalism where the market creates wealth but the government defines the national priorities. Now, here's what evidence speaks about, and evidence is remarkably consistent. Whenever United States faced any defining geopolitical challenge, whether competing with Britain in 18th century, defeating the Soviet Union during the Cold War, or confronting China's technological rise today, it expanded its state strategic economic role. Well, the objective was never ideological purity, the objective was national power, and this capitalism became instrument of geopolitical strategy. Now the question arises, why is this important? Because the debate is shaping the 21st century that it is no longer about capitalism versus socialism, it is about which model of capitalism creates the greater resilience, innovation, and strategic influence. China uses the state capitalism, United States increasingly practices this strategic industrial capitalism, Europe is embracing the industrial policy, and India is expanding its production linked incentives and semiconductor investment. Well, the world's largest economies are converging on one reality. Markets alone don't guarantee this national competitiveness. With strategic government is increasingly shaping the economic outcomes, and economic policy is becoming the new geopolitical policy. Now, here's my take. The biggest misconception isn't capitalism has failed, it is that successful capitalism has ever existed without strategic institution behind it. Well, history suggests that the great powers don't just simply trust the market, they build the market, they protect the critical industries, and they align their economic growth with the national security. Perhaps the real lesson from these 250 years of American capitalism is this: the most powerful economies aren't those with the smallest governments, they are the ones with the smartest governments. And America exactly know how to create that market. That's all from today's analysis. I will be back with another episode. Till then, thank you for watching this.